In our world, we love to build fences, create categories, and draw lines between us and them. But right under our noses, in the animal kingdom, friendships are blooming that defy every single rule we've made. These aren't just cute clips. They're deep, lasting connections that make you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty, family, and love. Some scientists even think these bonds can give us clues into how different species communicate and connect. So today, we're stepping into a world of friendship, chaos, and a whole lot of laughter. We'll meet the man who walks with lions, a wild deer who decided her best friend was a dog, and an elephant whose loyalty might just bring you to your knees. These are the fun, messy, and truly unbelievable stories of human and animal bonds. What would it feel like to be friends with a lion? For most of us, that's a daydream or a nightmare. But for Kevin Richardson, the man the world calls the Lion Whisperer, it's just life. At his South African wildlife sanctuary, Richardson has completely tossed out the old rulebook of using dominance and control. Instead, he's built a family, a pride, founded on years of love, trust, and mutual respect. He's known these lions since they were cubs, forming an unbreakable bond with Africa's most powerful predators. So when you see Kevin with his lions, you're not seeing a tamer and his beasts. You're seeing a reunion. They greet him with rumbling purrs and headbutts. They wrap their massive paws around him in what you can only call a hug. This isn't a show. It's a conversation built on years of trust. He plays with them, naps beside them, and walks with them, all while being totally tuned in to their unique language and moods. Richardson himself rejects the idea that he has mastered these animals. He always brings the focus back to the relationship, one that took years to build. He doesn't see them as kings of the jungle, but as individuals with their own personalities, quirks, and a huge capacity for affection. His work is a powerful, chaotic, and beautiful reminder that connection isn't about being fearless. It's about having so much respect that fear makes way for friendship. Through it all, he tirelessly campaigns for the conservation of these magnificent animals, using his one-of-a-kind bond to show the world how much is at stake. But you don't have to go to the savannas of Africa to find these bonds. Sometimes they pop up right in our own backyards, blurring the line between the wild world and our own. On Vancouver Island, a photographer named Isabel Springett heard a desperate cry from the woods. It was a tiny, abandoned fawn, all alone and terrified. Isabel brought the fawn home, and in a move that would change everything, she placed her right next to Kate, her gentle Great Dane. What happened next was something no one could have predicted. Kate, who'd never had puppies of her own, instantly started mothering the little deer, who Isabel named Pippin. She cleaned her, nuzzled her, and just gave her a steady, warm presence that became the fawn's new source of safety. Pippin didn't just survive, she thrived. She imprinted on Kate, following the huge dog everywhere as if she were her real mother. But the truly magical part is what happened when Pippin grew up. She was a wild animal, and the forest was calling her home. But the bond she shared with Kate was just too strong to break. Pippin would return from the woods, not for food, but for her friend. She'd emerge from the trees just to play with Kate, chasing her on the lawn before settling down for a rest, a wild deer coming home to visit her best friend. Their story became this quiet, powerful example that love isn't about owning something, but about connecting with it. It was a chaotic but beautiful friendship that respected freedom and proved that home isn't a place, but a feeling. Friendship can be a lifeline, especially when you've lost everything. No story shows this more powerfully than that of Owen and Mzee. Back in 2004, a devastating tsunami hit the coast of Kenya. In the chaos, a baby hippopotamus was torn away from his mother and swept out to sea. Miraculously, he was rescued by villagers and brought to the Holler Park Nature Preserve. Alone and deeply traumatized, the young hippo, now named Owen, desperately needed a mother figure. But there were no other hippos at the sanctuary. So, the rangers put him in an enclosure with a creature they hoped would be a calming influence, a 130-year-old Aldabra giant tortoise named Mzee. At first, Mzee wanted nothing to do with him, but Owen, desperate for the comfort he'd lost, simply hid behind the giant tortoise, just like a baby hippo would hide behind its mom. And slowly, something amazing happened. Mzee accepted the little hippo. Soon, they were inseparable. They ate together, slept next to each other, and even swam together. Owen would playfully nudge Mzee's neck, and the ancient tortoise would stretch his neck forward, asking for more. Mzee, whose name means wise old man in Swahili, became a surrogate parent to the orphaned hippo. Their bond stumped wildlife experts, who'd rarely seen a mammal and a reptile connect so deeply. For Owen, it seems the tortoise's large, round shape and brown color were close enough to the mother he'd lost. Their story captured millions of hearts, a stunning reminder that even in our darkest moments, family can show up in the most unexpected forms. Though Owen eventually grew up and moved to live with other hippos, their friendship is still a powerful symbol of hope. Some friendships aren't about huge adventures, but about quiet, steady loyalty. At the elephant sanctuary in Tennessee, a former circus elephant named Tara was finally finding some peace after a hard life. Elephants are incredibly social, but Tara kept to herself until a stray dog named Bella wandered onto the property. From that day on, the 8,700-pound elephant and the little stray dog were never apart. They were a picture of beautiful chaos, eating, playing, and resting right next to each other. Tara would gently pet Bella's stomach with her massive foot or caress her with her trunk, showing just how much tenderness and trust was between them. Their friendship was adorable, but it took a crisis to show just how deep it was. One day, Bella suffered a bad spinal cord injury and had to be moved to the sanctuary's office for 3 weeks to recover. Tara knew her friend was inside and needed her. For 3 long weeks, the massive elephant stood vigil outside the office. She didn't roam. She just waited. The staff was so moved by her devotion that they started carrying Bella out to the balcony every day so the two friends could see each other. When Bella finally recovered, their reunion was pure joy. Their bond is proof that loyalty doesn't care about size, species, or any other line we try to draw. It's a story that proves the heart doesn't measure a friend in pounds or inches, but in the depth of their devotion. From a lion's gentle nuzzle to an elephant's patient watch, these friendships are so much more than just wild stories. They're like a mirror, reflecting the best parts of what it means to be connected: loyalty, compassion, empathy, and the pure joy of finding someone who just gets you. They show us that the need for a social bond is a universal language, spoken by every species. The fun, the chaos, and the laughter in these stories teach us that friendship isn't about being the same. It's about celebrating what makes us different. And that's a powerful lesson. In a world that often feels divided, it's a reminder that the strongest bridges are always built with love. If these stories touched your heart, make sure you subscribe for more adventures from the animal kingdom. Like the video if it made you smile, and tell us in the comments, which of these wonderfully chaotic friendships was your favorite?